So let's talk about macro photography. So this photo over here is my photo of a bumblebee, and I'll be talking about how you can start doing macro photography. First of all, you're gonna need a camera, and I use this, the Ricoh GR3, because it has a built-in macro mode, but a lot of iPhones now and other phones I think have their own macro mode, so you could use that too. So when I try taking macro photos, there are three things I try to look for. So number one is that it's focused well, because my camera has a hard time focusing. Number two, that they're framed well, like the subject is within the frame. And number three is that the angle of the subject is really good. Like it's a good angle, it's not just like the back. So I'll show you examples. Number one, let's talk about focus, because if you can't see your subject, what's the point? So like in this photo, the bumblebee is very soft because it's not in focus, and like, you know, it hurts because hundreds of my photos end up like this, and this bee was mid-flight, which looked so cool, but it was just not focused, so too bad. Number two, let's talk about framing. So in this photo, I find the bee a bit too lowered. Some people would say, hey Prince, just crop it. But what if you don't have the pixels anymore and it's already too blurry when you crop it? So try to get the framing right in the beginning. Here you could see the bee, it's a bit more in focus, but I just don't like where it's placed, okay? Lastly, let's talk about the angle of the subject. So over here you could see the bee, it's in the middle of the frame, it's in crispy focus, but it's like I'm just looking at its back. It's like, oh, it's just another bee. Like it's, yeah, it wasn't moving, that's why I took this photo. But yeah, it looks a little boring. I'm pretty sure there are better angles because I took better angles. So let's start with the heavy hitters, the Instagram post. This bee over here, perfect. It was kind of mid-flight, it was landing, and look, you could see its tongue out, going in for that sweet nectar. Like, I love this photo. You could really see the details of the bee. It looks good. So this photo looks a little bit different because, you know, artists break boundaries, and, you know, photography is an art. And I took these photos, so I'm a photographer, hobbyist, and I guess I have to break boundaries then, so I'm breaking one of my rules, but not really. But look at this, it's the back of the bee. I know I dissed it a while ago, but look at it mid-flight. You could see the wings like disappear. It's just cool to see the bee in action in full force, you know? Lastly, this is my favorite photo. It's the bee rushing into the flower with its tongue out. Yes, I know it doesn't fit the frame properly because it was so fast. I was just clicking, and that's how normally things go with flying stuff. But it's so funny, and I'm happy with how crisp it looks. So yeah, I hope you learned a little bit about macro photography. Maybe I'll post more.